Next. This is my model. Meta thinking, problem sensing, empathizing, and knowledge building. These four psychological concepts should be always vividly working together in your brain. Anytime, anywhere you are learning. But just rote memory-based learning, there is no knowledge building, there is no empathizing, there is no meta thinking, there is no problem sensing. They do not find the problems themselves. They just wait. Teachers will give me something. Teachers will teach me how to prepare for the examination. Is that all you want for the MS 2045? Also, learning happens 4 phases: attacking, analyzing, acting, and appraising. These 4 phases is very important. I want many Korean students will follow this model. I'm trying to do now. And for the five years, I've been successful in practicing, implementing this model to my department. Next. Attacking, you are living here. You will find any kind of problems. That is the starting point of your learning. Something strange to me. Oh, that's nice to me. But I don't understand why that happens. That is problems. Then you need to find out, analyze, why this happens. What's the cause of the problem? But I cannot have the answer for this because my existing knowledge skill is not enough. So there is a need to study more. Try. And then you begin to acting, practicing, applying, making your own. I told you back this. Back please. Knowledge building. Memorization-based learning does not allow you knowledge building. Korean students, together Indonesian students, from now need to develop their own knowledge. I call it as knowledge building. Next. Essential component of Wpbl, I'm emphasizing one more time here. 4 psychological concepts. Meta thinking. Are you experienced in using your own metacognitive skills here? What do I do know about my knowledge? Do I monitor my own learning process? Can I control my learning process? Okay, time management. Remember, metacognition is having a critical central role in this Wpbl process. I told you Wpbl is not teaching model. This is learning model. Problem sensing, this terminology I made it. Any kind of ability, capacity to find his own problems from their workplaces. And then they can connect the problems they found to the content text in the textbook. Empathy, emotional empathy, together with cognitive empathy. It's going to give you a kind of climate for learning. And finally, knowledge building. Make your knowledge, the highlight of this knowledge building is prime idea. Next. How can I innovate my learning? Following Wpbl, learning takes place everywhere you are. Now you understand. Please make first note. How many of you are writing note here? Without note taking, learning does not happen. These days in Korea, many students just look at the teachers, look at the teacher's mouth, seeing the smartphone, without doing the note taking. I say there are 3 types of notes. First note, second note, third note. Indonesian student, you're studying in Korea, if you want to succeed, also you want to do something good for your country after graduation here, please start note taking. That is first note. First note, second note, and open your mouth, speak up, and talk to each other. Have you heard of the Habluta from Israel? Talking each other, one to one. Discuss together as a group, and finally write your third note. Next. I think 5 minutes. All of these 5 things should always be in your brain. At the top, PI, prime idea. That is my own idea about content, about the text. The idea, I have to give my own meaning. I have to make my own meaning. Just memory-based learning does not allow our students their own idea, their own meaning. But in Wpbl, you need to help them, your student, to make their own PI, prime idea. I called you. I'm emphasizing, repeating to you, prime idea. Next. PI is a personally meaningful insight that emerges suddenly, powerfully, but it does not happen at one time. It takes time for the prime idea to be accumulated, to be developed. How? I gave you already. 4 psychological concepts should be always in your brain. Then you begin to have your own prime idea. This prime idea gives you a lens through which to see the world. But memorization-based students, they don't have lens. They just take the examination for the score. Please don't do that. If you came to Korea, now you met me here. From now on, change and innovate your own learning process. That is your role for the success of MS 25. Next. Next. Detailed explanations are in the manuscript. You can refer to it. Next. Also, this can be good for the Indonesia, some explanations. Next. What is the role of a student here? Problem sensor. Try to find out your own problems. Prime idea explorer. Make your own prime idea. This way you will be agent of methodological growth. Next. Look at this picture. At the cognition, empathy, problem sensing, knowledge construction is happening all the time. Next. This is OECD Learning Campus. They say here student agency. But without PI, prime idea, student agency cannot happen. You may refer to this OECD campus tour. Next. This is the exploration of how Wpbl can be aligned to the OECD Learning Campus. Expressions here. Next. I'm suggesting you 7 activities: searching, reading, connecting, discussing, practicing, presenting, reflecting. These 7 activities is very activated. I'm sure MS-25 will be successful. But without this, I'm not sure. Next. Searching. Next. Reading. Next. Connecting. Concept each other. Next. Discussing. Next. This guy is shouting, boy, boy, boy. What's that? He is practicing now. Next. And he is presenting. And finally, he is questioning himself by using his own metacognitive skills. I hope this presentation will give you some idea. Next. This is the whole model. You can find it in the reference. Next. 1, 2, 3. Next. Next. Remember, there are so many kinds of instructional models. I say, meaning this. I'm sure you will, when you get back to your Indonesia, you will be a teacher or professor. You will be also confused about so many types of models. Don't worry about them. Do not think of teaching models. Please think of learning model. How our models are learning. It is the successful point. Next. SR, CD, PPR. Such it. Next. Now, the time to sense your problem and take action. That is where your Wpbl begins. I wish you success in Korea and the vision of MS-25 for the success. Thank you.